y'all? Good. Looking awful good. You getting hungry? Yeah. I am. Well, my name is Ruth, and you know, around this time of year, there's nothing like a nice hot bowl of soup or stew or something like that, and some crusted bread. You know, it's cold, and this is the time of year we kind of think of things like that, don't we? And another thing is that we're very, very busy this time of year, aren't we? Lots of shopping, cooking, we have family coming in, and we want to do all these extra special little things, go to special programs and things. And so, you know, time is pretty precious, right? So this recipe that I am going to demonstrate for you is a fix it and forget it. How's that sound? Yeah. Okay. And it's going to be the slow cooker sweet potato stew. Now, it almost looks like a chili. And I have made a few little, you know, to taste type of changes in there. And I will share that with you as I go on. But we will be sampling it over there on the side, so you'll have a little bit of this. But anyway, it starts out, as you can look on your, I think is it number page 3? Page 3. Page 3. Okay. And we're also going to have a little quiz, y'all, about sweet potatoes, so no fear Googling. All right. We're going to start with some potatoes here, okay? Sweet potatoes. Some people think that these are yams or sweet potatoes. What are they? Sweet potatoes or yams? Sweet potatoes. Do you think you've ever had a yam?
Yeah. I don't know.
Probably not. Because in most of the stores in America, all of our sweet potatoes, or all of the yams, are sweet potatoes. It's a little trivia there for you. All right. So this is basically only 2 sweet potatoes. Just like that. I washed it really good. Practically came right out of the garden, okay? Leaving the skins on, okay? Can't get any simpler than that. Take it, chop it into chunks like this, and just throw it in your pot, okay? You're just gonna leave it just like that. With this cooking, you know, if you're gonna do this at night, leave it on at night on low. And in 7 hours, you're going to have this, you're going to wake up to this aroma, this cumin smell, and this aroma. It's very, very delicious if you like cumin. So anyway, you have this, and the skins are very, very soft. And actually, the skins help keep the form of the sweet potato, because it's cooking a lot, right? So it makes it so it doesn't get real mushy. Now, it talks about some 2.5 cups there of vegetable broth stock. Whatever you prefer. I know there's some organic vegetable broth you can buy that's already pre-made, and you can use that if you like. But what I have used, and what I would normally use, is a vegan type broth. And this is called McKay's Chicken Style Instant Broth and Seasoning. This is great stuff, and you can get this, I think, just about anywhere around here in Richmond with your Whole Foods or Good Foods, any of that. And so I just took a couple tablespoons of that and put it with some hot water and kind of mixed it up. And I'm just going to pour that all over my sweet potatoes there. All right, what's next?
Chopped yellow.
All right. 2 cups of chopped onion, and I don't know if you all have any of those Vegematic things where you put it in there and slam this thing down and it has all these, that's a great tool. I do that with everything, with my onions and my peppers. So anyway, there's your onions. Throw that in. What's next?
1 cup of red pepper.
1 cup of red pepper. This was 1 red pepper, and it made just about 1 cup. Again, I cut it in big chunks. Just going to throw it all in there. Isn't it looking pretty? Okay. Now, a large can of tomato puree. All right? One of these large ones. You're just going to throw that in there. there. And then we have some seasonings. All right? Now, it calls for 1½ teaspoons of chili pepper. I only used 1. So, and I feel it's hot enough, and I'm pretty, I like spicy stuff, but if you like it even spicier. And then some kosher salt. Okay. Some ground cumin. Now, what I like to do with my cumin, and it kind of gives it a more rich, aromatic flavor, is sometimes I will take the cumin seed, and then just in my iron skillet, dry, in very low heat, I toast those cumin seeds. And then I take those cumin seeds and I'll put them in a coffee grinder, where you grind coffee beans if you do something like that, and whiz them all up. And that, it just really makes a difference in your cumin if you really like cumin. But anyway, so this is cumin. Again, just mixing it all up in there. And a teeny bit of the ground red pepper. And secret ingredient, garlic. Everybody likes garlic. 8 of these. And I just minced them. And threw them in there. And then your last thing is going to be some tomatoes. And it says 2 14-ounce cans, but if you want, you can just get one of those large cans. Now, with this particular, you can do this as spicy or as not spicy. You can just get regular diced tomatoes, or you can get some of the mild Rotel type tomatoes and put it in there. All right, so that's it. All you're going to do then, you're going to put your lid on. You're going to put it on low and forget it for 7 hours. But if you can't wait 7 hours, then you're going to go to 4 hours and put it up, crank it up to high, okay? Just before you bake it, or cook it, what you do is you put in some black beans. Now these are just canned black beans. You can do them from scratch if you want, but for speed, you rinse them, okay? I used a large can of the Bush's black beans, and just make sure you rinse them real good. And near the end of cooking, I throw that in, and then you throw in a ½ cup of this cilantro, and you mix it all in. And then when you serve it, you are going to ladle it into a bowl and then have more of your cilantro and sprinkle that on the top and a few green onions. And it's very pretty and it's very delicious, especially with a nice crusty type bread. Now, something that you can do differently with this recipe, if you want, you can substitute things for it. You can put parsnips in there if you like parsnips. That makes it a little more earthy. If you want less sweetness, you can use red potatoes, just regular red potatoes. But the great thing about this is prep is fast, gives you lots of fiber, and the beta-carotene in your sweet potato is extremely high, which is very high in vitamin A. Now, it helps it has some anti-inflammatory health benefits in it as well. So anybody that might have a little, again, arthritis or inflammation in the joints and things like that, it's very helpful for that. Now, how do we select a potato? How do we select a sweet potato? Anybody? You want them firm, right? You don't want any mushy ones with soft spots in it. You don't want any cracks in your sweet potatoes, okay? Now, if you find these sweet potatoes displayed in the refrigerated section, walk on by, okay? You don't want to store them, you want to store them in a cool, dark place, but not in the refrigerated section, because it alters it can alter their taste, okay? So, sweet potatoes. You ready? All right. Sweet potato, yam, or both? All right, so you ready? I'm a tuberous root with sweet, moist flesh.
Both.
Good. I am originally from Africa and am hardly sold in the U.S. markets.
Yeah.
Right. I am super sweet and can grow over 7 feet in length.
Yeah.
She thinks she's right? How many say she's right? I don't believe you. But that's true. 7 feet. A yam can grow 7 feet in length. Yes. All right. My skin can range from a thin and pale to dark and thick. Sweet potato. All right. I am toxic when eaten raw, but perfectly safe when cooked. That's correct. I am known for my high content of vitamin A and C. Sweet potato. And my flesh can wait a minute. I have rough skin that is difficult to peel and can even be hairy at times, but it softens when baked. Yeah, I think so. All right. My flesh can sometimes be purple. That's correct. But it's also a yam. So it says that the purple Okinawan sweet potato is often confused with the purple yam called ubi. So you can have a purple sweet potato or a purple yam. More than likely there'll be a sweet potato here in the United States. All right. I have an oblong body with tapered ends.
Sweet potato.
Yes. And your last one. I have a very low glycemic index, a special health benefit to diabetics.
Yeah, that's me.
Both is the right answer. Well, that was great. You've been a great class, and thank you very much. And enjoy.